Hello, my lovely people. This is Resilient Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. So I hope you're all doing well. By the way, you might hear it in my voice. I'm a little bit sick right now, so I'm sorry for that. But, we can still keep going, right? So today we're looking at everything you need to know about your next serious relationship. We're gonna do some oracles that I pre-shuffle. We're gonna do a tarot reading with a deck that I didn't use for quite some time, so I'm really curious to see how it is going to go. I kind of want to pull out some letters. Maybe we can get initials with that, and we're gonna end off with an advice. All right, so as usual, we have 3 piles to choose from. So for pile 1, we have this little sticker here. It says only one bed. For pile 2, we have this sticker. It says luck, fate, life, and love. And for pile 3, we have those 2 hands holding together, the lovers. So I invite you to take a deep breath and choose the pile that you're the most attracted to. And I'm going to see you in the next piles. Hi, pile 1. If you choose the only one bed sticker, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're all doing well. All right, today's reading, we're looking at everything you need to know about your next relationship, your next serious, actually, relationship. So what I want to do first is to look at some oracles that I pre-shuffled. After that, we're going to have a tarot reading to get additional information. I want to get some letters to see if we can get initials or words. And or names, why not? And we're gonna end off with an advice. And of course, if you have any additional question after this reading, or you really just want a personalized experience, I do have my Etsy shop. The link is going to be in the description box, so don't hesitate. You're always welcome here. And sorry for my cats in the back. He wants to participate in a video. All right, little disclaimers before we start. So, for me, you're always the master of your own decision, right? And this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So I really just invite you in the end to take the message that resonates with you, leave the other one in the universe. If you don't feel that the reading resonates with you, there's other tarot readers out there on YouTube that are great too, you know. So yeah, really just listen always to your intuition first. And as some of you know, I'm not the type of tarot reader that sugarcoat. It's just important for me to be really transparent to the cards, but just know that I'm always wishing the best for you guys. And finally, we're looking at the current energy, right? Okay, so we're looking at the future, right? Your next relationship. Your next serious relationship. Why do I always forget the word serious? We're gonna see if that is related soon. Any decision you can make can change the course of your path, okay? So we're looking at if the energies now, but just know that it can, always change. And sorry, I don't think I mentioned it in this video, but maybe you hear in my voice, I'm a little bit sick right now, so I'm really sorry for that. But, we can still keep going, right? All right, so we're just gonna put that aside. Let's look at your oracles first. So it could be a great way to see if this is the right path for you before we jump into the tarot reading. All right, so let's go with that. So we have release. I didn't even think about how I'm gonna place my cards, so... Well, okay, we have the wellspring. So it says, what are you thirsty for? Body care and take a breath. Let's go this one. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. We have sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. For each pile, there's going to be a month of the year. It could be like a time where you can... maybe await that this serious relationship is gonna happen. Okay, so we have Gong, an exciting event, and the month is February. So this is a timeless tarot reading. So you could be, if you're watching as I publish it, we're in, I was like, where are we? We're almost in August, but we're still in July. So just know that February could be, winter. It could be the month, literally February. It could just be, not necessarily that you're going to meet this person at this moment, but an important event in this serious relationship is going to come close to February, okay? But it could be like all the months in winter, right? January, December, March. March can be spring too, though. No, you know, there's still snow in March. Okay. Let me just take a sip real quick. Okay. I feel like this is a pretty deep pile here. I don't know if some of you are going into emotional healing or just healing in general, or you could be healing with that person. Interestingly, the release here, the month is autumn, right? You can see the season, sorry, is autumn, right? You can see like those leaf, those orange, yellow leaf. So some of you could literally like just be releasing something or healing something in autumn before meeting this new relationship, perhaps in February, for example. There is also something really fun and really light with that connection. I see like this character here having like a lot of fun for some reason, and really having fun and being happy with the simple thing. Okay, so it could be like a description of how your next serious relationship is going to be. And maybe, you know, this is why I have a hard time with the word serious. It's interesting, yeah, because it's really like, it's not going to be serious. It is going to be a relationship, okay? Like a serious relationship, but it's not like serious in the literal sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, okay, like we follow the routine and we do this and that. It's going to be like really fun. Like, you know, like, I don't know, I see like all those characters dancing for some reason and, you know, just having fun. But it's not, it is a serious relationship. It's not like a friends with benefit. I'm not sensing that this is a friends with benefit. But it's something really light. And for some reason, when I was shuffling this deck, what I found interesting, is that there is always like image at the back. And the image usually reflect the sentence that is at the back of it. And okay, like, so it looks like, I don't know if you can see it. I think you see it better if I put it like this, right? Let me see. Yeah, you can still see it. Okay. You can see that it is a sexual position. It is, right? Yeah, it is. I was like, well, I was about to tell you, like, it's not even possible. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. But it is like a sexual position. But what is really captivating to my eyes is how close they are and how their soul, you can see like all this reflection. It feels like their aura, it's kind of like really into one. So there's something like really light, but at the same time, this is how you meet to be in a serious relationship. Is how you together you can be just one person. And, you know, sexual energy could be great here. It feels like maybe the magnetic attraction is really good. But yeah, there's something I really, you know, it says here, right? Sacred union. Union. Oh my God, guys. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred, okay? And maybe some of you had bad experience in the past, and maybe some of you is going to be a little bit hesitant at first, because this person can come off as being non-serious. And some of you is going to be like, are they like non-committal? Maybe they're like that with me, but they're like cheating. Some of you might have been into this situation in the past. And if it is the case, I'm really sorry that you went through that. And obviously you don't deserve it. But this person, you know, is just like vibing. This is someone that really go with the flow, like peace and love, okay, and their energy. And it is going to be your role, perhaps, to be to not overthink things, like to just accept this person as how they are. Some of you might have like a little bit of an anxious attachment, which is kind of like you need reassurance a lot of the time that this person is going to stay here. This person, I feel, is not good with words, but they're gonna show you in action, which I feel action speaks louder than words. But yeah, and it says here, right? Take a breath, like just enjoy it, right? You deserve it. And even this character here is taking a breath. Like just go with the flow with them. It feels like this person in their energy, as you know, you're, even if you don't want to, because this is such a sacred union, you're making one. And this person is gonna, I was about to say force you, but it's not really what I meant. But they're gonna help you along to go with the flow with them. Like you're gonna go along with them with the flow, This is why there's release here. Release of like the overthinking. We want it to be serious. We want to have like those tack things. Like a relationship is supposed to be like that and like that and like that. Let go of like expectations, perhaps. And you could be surprised. The gong also, one message I'm getting with that. A gong, right? So you could be like, where in the world can gong be? Like in a really random place? Not like in I feel like, I don't know if they're like in a religious place, the gong. But when I think of a gong, it's just like you're just chilling and then you hear like a bang, And it's really surprising at first. Even if you know that the gong is gonna sound, like the person is like about to hit the gong. You can still be like, oh, like the noise is like so big and it's so sudden. Then it makes me feel that you might meet, I feel like you're not, you don't know this person yet, I would say. But you're gonna meet them in a really surprising way, and it's gonna go really fast, This is why, like, maybe it's going to happen in autumn, and then in February you're gonna be in a relationship already. And some of you might be like that. Oh, maybe we went a little too fast and blah, blah, blah. But guys, each relationship has their own timing, okay? Like, there's no such thing as timing, or are we going too fast or too slow, okay? Like, things are coming as there should be coming. Does that make sense? So yeah. And it feels that with this character kind of sleeping here, this is going to come, like, imagine you're sleeping and there's a gong, like, bang! You're like, oh, what is going on? So it feels like this person is gonna come into your life when you're least expecting it. I'm sensing, like, I don't know, like you run into them in a coffee shop or, in the grocery shopping, like really in a place where you could be. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of you are thinking about getting serious with, like, in a serious relationship, and you might be looking for it. But the second you're just gonna look away from that, they're gonna come. So I feel like Spirit is, especially with the release here, they're preparing you to just trust in Spirit's work. Because I feel like you're already on the right path. But maybe you're trying to force too much into that path, and Spirit is just like, just trust us and do your thing and trying to release things about your life. Go with the flow, having a little bit more fun in your life, perhaps, and then this person is gonna come, right? And the positive thinking and faith, right? So it could be a good moment to work on ourselves, being our best self-care moment. I don't know why I'm hearing the message that you guys should enjoy a little bit being single. And I'm not saying that by, you should, like, be in your whole phase, You should just be, like, enjoy those moments alone. Like, all the things you can do. Like, imagine, I'm just gonna take a sip real quick. I don't know why I like to take sip in the middle of when I'm talking, for some reason. Wait, hold on, what I was saying. Bang! This is the gong moment for me. Gang! And then I forget everything. I'm kind of like Doris in Nemo. Is that Dory? Or Doris? Anyway. And I'm really sick, so maybe it's the brain fog. But, yeah, it's just those little self-care moments, right? When you just... I remember what I wanted to say. I remember, and I'm not gonna let it go this time. This is a tarot reader that I am, a little bit out of the place. You know, when you're in a relationship and there's some things that you really want to do, like watch a cringe movie, right? Like my best friend is saying, there's a movie like that just came out and it's so cringe, but it's so good, and I can't wait for her to see it. And she's like, oh, like, you know, my boyfriend is gonna be out tonight, so I'm gonna listen to that movie. And I'm like, finally, you know, those type of thing that you can't do when you're with someone. Try to do that a little bit, and I feel like it's gonna help you, like, it's gonna put yourself back in your path to be with that person. Okay. All right. I am so sick, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna put that aside here. Today, I'm using the Harry Potter tarot deck. And I realized the cards are like sticking together. But they're still giving a good shuffle, which we love. I was about to say period. Oh, no. We have a little bit of a problem going on here. I don't want to break them. All right. It's kind of like I have to detangle hair or something. What is that? All right. Spirit, please tune me into the energy of Palm 1. And please tune me into their love path energy. Alright, so guys, I'm taking seconds of your time to thank my new and current subscribers. Each of you are so special to me. I want to express my gratitude towards each one of you, my truest gratitude. And you're always welcome to subscribe if you are not subscribing yet. Just know that. You're always welcome in my community. Alright. So Spirit, let's hear additional details about Pawan's next serious relationship. And you know, when I said serious, the Ace of Swords is coming. And it's kind of like Spirit is saying, oh, not serious once again. Okay, just because the Ace of Swords is about a new idea. So it's kind of like Spirit is inviting you to put yourself in a new mindset, right? When I said earlier, like, instead of being like, I want my next relationship to be this and that and that and this and that, how about just enjoying how the person is? And when I said that, okay, because I always say unconditional love. This is Ace of Pentacles. I always say like unconditional love. But I talked about it to my psychologist, okay, because guys, I'm vulnerable with you. Like, I do consult a psychologist at the moment. And she said to me something like, well, unconditional love, you know, like, you can't love someone unconditionally if they're violent with you, right? If they're slapping you, if they're like, yeah, you know, like, they're violent with you. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And I'm kind of like questioning my existence. No, but really, this kind of like unconditional love that you accept this person for who they are, but they also respect your boundaries and their boundaries, right? This is a healthy unconditional love. All right, we have the Moon, we have the Hierophant, and the Lovers. Great. All right. So as I always do, I'm gonna clarify each of them. Why the Ace of Swords? Okay. Why the Ace of Pentacles? All right, just go like that. Seven of Cups, Justice. Lots of major arcana. Why the Hierophant? Five of... Wait, is that swords? Yeah, swords. Alright, thanks for it. King of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Oh! No bottom of the deck for you guys. You know what? I kind of want to take it as it is, but don't worry. We're going to refer to it if needed. Because I feel like we have pretty much everything we need, actually, at the moment. All right. So yeah, Ace of Swords, right? Ace of Swords is kind of like seeing something in another perspective. Okay, this is like a new perceptions we can use for ourselves. And it's really just about letting loose for you guys. Instead of like sometimes, you know, when we want to manifest someone or something, we're kind of like, okay, I want it to be this and that and this and that, and I claim it to be mine. And Yeah, of course. But at one point, how about you just try to get to know the people that are coming into your path, and maybe try to see if it could be a match of how you feel with them. Are they making you feel comfortable, perhaps? And look at that. It's clarified by the King of Cups, which is kind of like saying to me, King of Cups, this is a life partner. So it feels like Spirit is just waiting for you to do the switch so that you can meet this person. Okay? And King of Cups doesn't have to be a man. They don't have to identify as a man. King of Cups is an energy of someone that is really loving, is really generous in their own way, I'm hearing. So it's not like, I am the prince and I'm coming to get you on a fancy restaurant, It's really like in the simple thing. This person is giving like their definition of unconditional love in a really simple way. But it's not like someone, okay, some people, right? They're like, oh, I'm looking for simplicity. Those people, guys, I'm like, you think human is simple? Guys, come on. But, just like, sometimes just like in this simple way, right? Going back into our child aura. When we're just having fun. And, this is how we connect with people, like we start in life as a child, literally. And put yourself in your childhood, how it was like so easy to be happy, like making scenarios and playing with dolls, right? Things like that. Or like making scenarios with cars. Oh my gosh, I had like this rug that you put cars on it. Yeah. Was I a tomboy? I don't know. I'm kidding. But those things, like you make scenarios with everything. How life is like so simple at that time. Anyway. Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. Well, one thing that I'm noticing is how it's so crowded of like, there's like, what the hell? I forgot the name. Oh gosh. There's a lot of like, I forgot. It's really crowded, as you can see. This card. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is usually about there's a lot of things going on, a lot of choice. And there's also illusion in that. Let me just bring clarifiers. I just Seven of Cups. Oh, we have a bottom of the deck now. Ace of Cups. Guys, that is so nice. I'm so glad for you. Ace of Cups and you're beginning in love, okay? Okay, we have the Prince of Disc, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups, happiness. The Knight of Pentacles is asking you to be patient, okay? It's asking you to be, there is something, even though there is still like a child aura, there's something here about being a little rationalize how you feel, because I feel like your emotions might be a little coming into your way a little bit. Like, how is that so simple? What the hell? And the Knight of Pentacles is telling you, like, just enjoying as it is, right? Look at this character holding this plan, it's just like, they're holding a plan, that's it. Like, it's just like simple. It's really simple. And there's like the happiness in it. So you feel like the key to happiness is just enjoying what you have right now. Instead of like, maybe some of you like the Seven of Cups can mean overthinking, right? We're going everywhere. But to make this work in the long term, you have to be simple with what you have. And it's not about being, oh, but this person is not giving me like anything. We all have our different love language, right? So be aware of that. Be aware of their love language. Because I will say, their love language is not the same as yours. Okay, so whatever love language you have, if you want to identify that person, it's not the same as yours. But to understand that to each other and great communication is just gonna be like, okay, like they prefer that, I prefer this. We're gonna find a way to give to the other person what they need, but to keep that really simple in a way. The Moon and the Justice here, once again, is telling me that if there is something, this person is like not, even though like words are not their strength, if you, they still, this is the type of relationship you're gonna heal with them, right? And one thing that this person has to heal is to to express what they feel in words. This is not something that they had like easily. They maybe have an avoidant more attachment for some of you. And this set of cards here is encouraging you to, whether you have something that is bugging you, like you're not sure, like you have different love languages, you just want to be sure, like, okay, like what's up? Like, did I understand that well? And to put away all the misunderstanding, just know that this person is not close to communication, okay? Like, to not keep that to yourself, and for your own good, to be like, like, I wasn't like a fan of what you did earlier, like, is that, and they're gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I thought it was okay, you seemed okay, sometimes, like, with communication, we can deal with a lot of things, and just know that this person is not close to it, even though they are not the ones to bring communication. It can also be, for some of you, that this person might be, it seems like, sometimes with the avoidant attachment, those type of people, when something happens and they're not satisfied with it, they tend to shut down. And it's encouraging you, when you see that, to bring that on the table, instead of like, because I feel like keeping that down, it could like put a relationship to like an extent, right? So you could be the one in charge of like bringing communication, and it's fine because you're encouraging yourself into your each forces. This is why you complete yourself so much. And sometimes, like, two people that are so different or complement each other much better than people who are the same, okay? So remember that you can like grow yourselves into each other's forces and weakness. I noticed that this woman here is pregnant, guys. So I feel like if you want a family, it could come pretty fast with them. Don't be scared of that, okay? As I said, each relationship has their own timing. But with the King of Wands, it's kind of like the King of Wands, for me, they don't mess around. For some reason. Like, they want to build a family. They're meeting people to marry, The serious kind on that. This is when the serious is coming. It's kind of like, this person, like, they seem like so non-committal, but at one point they're gonna tell you, I want to find my person. And you're gonna be like, okay, like, this might be the one. All right. Why the Hierophant and the Five of Swords? I do have my idea about that. Ace of Wands in your beginning. Okay, one more. Seven of Wands, Bravery. Okay, it's ending well though, because we have the Ten of Cups. Let me just see that. Okay, Hierophant with the Five of Swords. I feel like this set of cards is inviting you to, both of you are gonna have to take a new perspective. It can also be, for some of you, I'm getting that some of you might be married, and it's going to bring out some problems that can be resolved if you're not ignoring it, okay? There's one thing. It can also be, because we have the Ace of Wands, we have strength. So it is going to be someone totally out of your expectation. With the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is suggestion that there's going to be hard work ahead. But here's the thing. it's going to start like really childlike, really like we're having fun and things like that. And then at one point, problems is gonna come, right? And this person, I'm getting to have a little bit of an ego sometime. I would say actually, there is like the masculine symbol here. So the person with the masculine energy, they have a tendency either to be in competition with themselves or being like really busy with something. It's kind of like when they start something, they want to get it right. It might interfere with that relationship, as it could be like really simple with you, and at one point they're gonna have a plan, they're gonna want to focus on that and maybe let the relationship aside. Yeah, I'm getting like a job opportunity for that person. Some of you might meet them at work, actually. And some of you is going to be like a little bit, because this person, sometimes they're going to be distant and they're going to be like, no, everything is okay. And at one point, you're going to feel uncomfortable in that. But the 10 of Cups is telling us that it's here to reassure you that even though this person seems like that way and that way, you know, they seems like everywhere, they're still loving this relationship, that they still have unconditional love for you, okay? Even though like you see all those cups here, it's like a lot of it's happening, and this person is kind of like feels trapped in that. And this relationship actually is kind of like a refuge to them, a good refuge to them. And then we have Queen of Cups meeting the King of Cups, which is kind of like a relationship here. And King of Pentacles, yeah, work is going to interfere here. So you could be meeting them at work, or just know that this person, like, they have a big work ethic, and it's going to be important to understand in that relationship. Just know that, you know, it's always starting like super like butterfly in the stomach and everything, and at one point, like, just this feeling go away doesn't mean that the love is going away, okay? And just know, you're right, only one bed. So this person, like, they might seem like everywhere, they might spend less time at home, but they're always coming back to their own bed, which is their only bed, right? All right, let's get you a little bit of initials. Perhaps you're gonna get some words. Let's see. All right, how am I gonna put that? U O D. I'm getting with the O, I'm getting the IOU, okay? We're gonna see if there's the I, actually. I'm gonna explain to you after that. So we have a J. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, IOU. I have it tattooed on me, actually. It's kind of like the I love you. But the O is kind of like telling you that, you know, it came from my favorite singer, which has an album that is called O. And it's kind of like about the cycles of life, right? It goes back, and it's normal to have those cycles. He talks about the season in his O song, which he calls Circle. And it's kind of like this unconditional love that no matter what, we're still loving each other, right? With, of course, respecting our limits. But I don't know, it feels like the heart is kind of like, there's kind of like a break here, and then, we go back. But they're always just like, you know, they're still gonna come back to you, right? Okay, T, L, E, nothing is on that. Let's put that away. And R, a second R. We have roots, which is kind of like a path. You're in the right path, I'm hearing. We almost have love. Ride. Oh, nice, a ride. It's kind of like a fun ride, you know, like roller coasters, but in a good way. All right. If you have any words that are coming through, drop them in the comments, of course, by saying what piles you choose. All right, let's finish off with an advice for you guys. Let's see. What advice do you have about their next serious relationship? Remain positive. I think we have that, right? Positive thinking. Teamwork. That's what I'm hearing. Teamwork. Yeah. Forgiveness. Okay. This person might be a little bit, as I said, going back, going forward, going but you know, it says here remain positive. But this person, they're still coming back to me every night, right? There's this thing here. Like my mom said, right? My mom got married years, like 3 years ago. No, sorry, 2 years ago. No, I think 1. What? But, you know, like it was really hard for her to find a new person for a serious relationship. And she said, you know, like she's really grateful about how her new husband is like home every night because like my father was actually going out every night, right? This type of feelings where you're just like, it's 2 a.m. and you're kind of like, where my partner is, right? And it feels like that. It feels like at the end, this person is still coming back to you, okay? Even though like they seems to give you less affection, perhaps. Yeah, but it says remain positive. And it can also be like remain positive about, you know, your person is coming and you're on the right path. And, you know, forgiveness. Like everything is okay at the end. And, you know, like, okay, I'm gonna try a little bit of empathy to put myself in their own shoes and be like, yeah, maybe their work is taking a lot of place. They have to learn new thing. They're going into a new position and they're really like useful to people in their position. So be like a little bit understandable of that. And it feels like it's really important for this person when you give them this understandable about their life, they're going to give you so much back, right? They're kind of like, oh, thank you for being so supportive. I know I'm not here a lot, but just know that you're always my person and you always will be. And then this act is coming. I'm kidding. This act is coming. And then, yeah, we're making one again. And then, oh, someone is pregnant. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm going to end the reading here, guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. But of course, if you have any additional question or just want a personalized experience, my Etsy shop is in the description box. If you did subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. There is no judgment here. And you can always like the video for support. So I'm wishing you all the best and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you choose the Luck, Fate, Life, Love sticker, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're all doing well. So today's reading, we're looking at your next serious relationship. So there is some oracles we're going to look at that are pre-shuffled. After that, we're going to have a tarot reading to get additional information. We're going to have some letters to find perhaps initials or words. And we're going to end off with an advice for this next step. So if you have any additional question after this reading or just want a personalized experience, my Etsy shop is always there to welcome you guys. The link is in the description box. And little disclaimers. All right, so for me, you're always the master of your own decision, right? This is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose, so really just take the message that resonates with you, leave the other one in the universe. If you don't feel that this reading is resonating with you, it's fine. Maybe others will, maybe other tarot readers will resonate more for you. So everything is good here, don't worry. I'm not the type of tarot reader at your sorry, you might hear it in my voice, by the way. I'm sick and I feel like I have a little bit of a brain fog, actually. I saw that with part 1. So, yeah, I'm not the type of tarot reader that sugarcoat, okay? Like, it's important for me to be transparent to the cards, but just know that I'm always wishing the best for you guys. And we're looking at the current energy, right? Your next relationship, right, could change based on other decision you make. So we're looking at the current energy right now for this future of this next serious relationship. All right, so I'm just gonna put that aside here. So let's look at the oracles here that we have for shuffle. So we have pleasure. We have into the unknown. Oh, every time I read this, I'm thinking about the Frozen song. Underworld, death, courage, facing your fears. We have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Each pile has a month here that something could happen. We have November and bell, announcement. Okay, so the month here, right, November. This is a timeless reading, but if you're watching it as I publish it, we're at the end of July 2025, almost August. So November could mean that it comes at autumn time or even winter time, because November is like between those two. It could be that something is gonna happen in November. It could be something important for the connection. It could be your meeting, your next relationship, okay? It could be something like that. So keep that in mind. But just know that this is a timeless reading, right? All right. So you guys are in a transition. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if some of you feel like things are moving fast. There is transition. Did I just said that? What the hell, my brain fog. But I'm getting like a Six of Swords type of energy here. Some of you might move, are moving out, changing job, traveling. There's like a really new beginning here. If some of you feel stuck, it could be a sign that you change courses, okay? There is like movement here. You can see like those steps that you have to take before reaching the portal. You see like how there are steps before you reach the unknown, the underworld, facing your fear. It feels that in order to meet this person, you're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. It's interesting how we have the love yourself first. I don't know if some of you have been trapped into a lot of non-committal energies. If that is the case, I'm really sorry for that. And this is when the love yourselves came. Some of you might be really attractive people. And it's going to be you to be like, you know, like, I don't deserve this. I don't accept that. I'm not interested. Okay. And I'm not interested, right? To be like, it's over. Bye-bye. Right? The announcement here makes me feel that for some of you, you might know the person already. I'm getting like some of your scenario that you're moving out and then you meet someone like, you know, like in your childhood. It's getting like movie scenarios, guys. You know, why not? This is the message I'm getting for some of you. You know, when like you had a friend and then you lost sight with them, you lost contact. And then you meet them in a really random environment. I think there's this case in Sex and the City too, for example. Like she meets like her ex-husband in the middle of like Abu Dhabi, right? Something like that. So it could be that. But the announcement makes me feel that this is someone you know, and it's kind of like, oh, I have okay, guys, I have an announcement. I have a crush on Pal 2. But it could be someone that is coming at you when you're not necessarily ready, okay? Or it could be, because it could mean for some of you, it is either someone from your past that is coming back, or it could just be like, you know, someone is gonna come to like, oh, I have a crush on you. You're gonna be like, I'm not ready. And then weeks after, you're gonna be ready, right? Or you're still gonna have them in mind. I'm sensing like a back and forth type of energy. It's kind of like you go back to the step and then you go up and down and up. Into the unknown here, it feels for me that there's something you miss. Wait, how can I say that? There's something that you're not aware of, and it could be like the last step before meeting this person or before getting serious with them. It could just be also for some of you. Sorry guys, I'm getting a lot of messages, but it's important for me You know, like everyone get their message that resonates with you. With them, sorry. But it could be like, you know, to just give yourself the chance to meet people. Because sometimes we can be like, oh, it's a red flag, bye-bye. How about you take the time to meet this person and realize that doesn't mean that they're a red flag in that own one situation, that they are in many. Or doesn't mean that if you tell them like, oh, I'm not sure of that they're not gonna want to change, or they're not gonna want to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, it wasn't like my intention to be mean, right? So it's get to know the person deeper. And maybe you're gonna realize that, okay, there's potential here, right? Or it could just also be like, go within yourself, okay? To work to love yourself first. And it feels that by that, your energy is kind of like gonna resonate, and this is when the miracles are gonna come true. Because sometimes, you know, like the energy that you project, right? Sometimes it's like really not so conscious, like it's really unconscious, but it all comes from within. How you resonate with yourself within. So you could be like, oh yeah, I'm confident, but if you don't feel like it, like internally, like in the center of yourself, in your solar plexus, people are gonna feel that. So I feel like if you work on that and you give a little bit of unconditional love to yourself, you might resonate with some energies that are in the same way, and it's gonna help you attract your next serious relationship, right? Something like that. But I'm really curious to get a little bit more details with our tarot reading today, and I'm using the Harry Potter deck this time. The card was sticky at first, but now it seems fine. But we're still gonna give it a good shuffle. All right, I'm gonna ask for you to please put me into the energy of pile 2. And their love path vibrations. Right. You know what? They give it a last shuffle. So I want to take seconds of your time to thank my new and current subscribers. I want to express my realest gratitude towards each one of you. And just know, if you're not subscribing yet, you're always welcome to subscribe. You're always welcome to my community. So, and I thank you so much for the support. All right, so let's go with that. Spirit. Pile 2's next serious relationship. So we're starting Queen of Cups clarified by the Devil. The Tower. We have the Two of Wands clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Two of Wands clarified by the Strength. The Hermit clarified by the Judgment. Interestingly, all the cards for the clarifiers came easily, but as I always said, I'm going to clarify each of them, but there's only one that needs to be clarified. Why the Tower? The Star. Okay, thank God. I was starting to get worried. I'm kidding, guys. You know, sometimes, as I said, I don't sugarcoat, but when I don't sugarcoat, it's not to be mean. Sometimes we need the harsh truth. We need to hear it so that we can be like, oh, no, I don't want that to happen. Or, oh, I'm going to get stronger with that. Sometimes the challenges, the negative thing in life, is what helps us to grow, okay? So the bottom of the deck is a Tree of Swords, grief. Okay. Tree of Swords, grief. Two of Pentacles, change. Okay. Some of you might be in a relationship right now, might be with someone that is not going anywhere. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I saw this card here, I feel like this is the one that catch my attention more. Fight. You have to fight, okay? See those two ones, okay? Patronum. I don't know how to say it. Scream it, fight it. You deserve to love yourself first. Okay. I don't know if I said that to you. I think I said that to Pawan. Unconditional love, right? I said that a lot in my readings, but I talked about this concept to my psychologist because I do consult a psychologist, okay? I think it's important for me to be vulnerable with you because it's okay to consult a psychologist. And she told me something like, unconditional love, yes, but it doesn't apply when someone is violent with you. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fact. You can't love someone unconditionally if they're going against your boundaries, okay? But this is not unconditional love, really, because unconditional love is loving this person for who they are, but respecting your limits at the same time. It's kind of like you have to give unconditional love to yourself also, right? But yeah, the Two of Wands is saying to fight here, domination, right? It's okay to like putting your step and your boundaries is not being selfish, okay? And I see here a little bit of a symbol of Aries. You could have that in your chart, but the Aries is really going forward, right? It's fire energy. It's kind of like, rah, no, I don't accept that. And there's like even the masculine symbol here. Of course, masculine, everyone I feel in my beliefs has masculine and feminine energy. But yeah, it's really encouraging you to go forward. And look at that. It's clarified by success. Six of Pentacles. Which is kind of like, think about that. When you're going to fight for your boundaries, right? For what you truly want, people are actually going to respect you more. And I feel like this is a way that you're going to attract maybe someone that is going to be like, you know what? Oh gosh. Like, how can I say that? Wait, I have a message that just came through. For example, it could be like your next serious relationship. It could be someone you know, like your friend or someone you just met. And at one point you kind of like, for you think you're selfish, but you're just saying like, like this, I already went through that. Two of Swords. I'm not gonna go through that again. Like, I deserve someone that is like that and like this, and I'm not gonna accept that. Accept like whatever, put like blank space here, put whatever you want here. And this person is going to be like, damn, they know what they want. I like that. Someone that knows what they want and has respect for them. It's gonna be just like that, like, and having this energy is gonna attract the right people for you, actually. Because sometimes when we have people pleasure tendencies, we want to be likable by people. And with that, we attract negative energy. Because we want to be so pleased by people with that. Some people can take advantage of that. But when you're putting your boundaries, you put away those people and you attract the right energy. Okay? Think about it like that. And yeah, you see that Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is kind of like that for me. It's kind of like this help and support no matter what. This unconditional love and this maternal, right? This maternal has so much love to give. And it's clarified by the Devil, which is kind of saying to me, like, it could be your weaknesses. You're going to realize that this is a weaknesses. It could be something that you realize in your next serious relationship, or it could be something that you're gonna realize and is gonna put the end to the relationship, okay? Because we do have Two of Swords, we have Two of Pentacles here that is saying change, and we have Three of Cups that is saying abundance, okay? And knowledge, we're taking a lesson from that. So you're gonna know, okay? If your next relationship is taking advantage of you, is going to be your responsibility to be like, no, I'm not going to that again, and I'm putting an end to this. Or it could just be like your relationship right now, your situationship, and fighting this person away is going to help you bring the right energy, okay? So take the message that resonates with your situation. And now we do have the Tower and the Star, okay? Two opposite energy, I feel. But, you know, the Tower is like this sudden change. It's kind of like we feel like our world is falling apart. And then the Star is coming. Look at that. The Tower, like, you see, like, is that ghost? Anyway, like, people are, oh, wait. It's literally the scene from Harry Potter. Oh my gosh, I never realized that. Hold on, I have to look at it off camera. This is so sad. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, guys. But you know, this is a real scene from the movie. But you know, the world, the tower. Interesting I said the world. The tower is like a sudden change. We feel like her world is ending. We feel like, oh my gosh, world change. What do we do? Ah. And then the story's coming. Which is kind of like, you know, we've been through so much negative energy and then, oh, someone is treating us so nicely. Oh, someone is really understandable of her. So it's, guys, it's really a shift for you guys. You have to understand that. You have to attract the right energy by loving yourself first. And loving yourselves is putting healthy boundaries. It's okay to be like, I don't accept that. And I don't want this type of energy in my life, okay? And with the Three of Wands, I don't know why I'm getting this energy. The Three of Wands is kind of like we're waiting a little bit. You can see in the classic tarot deck, the Three of Wands is kind of like this character is like waiting a little bit before taking action. So it's kind of like putting, I don't know, I'm getting like a energy of like putting all the ingredients into your potion and then waiting for the right person to come, which is kind of like manifesting miracles, okay? But you're gonna have to put some work on yourself before meeting this new serious relationship. And I feel like sometimes, okay, in tarot readings, like important message came before instead of answering the question, because there's some messages we really need to hear. So I'm gonna put on messages to really understand more about what is your next serious relationship. Some of you, it could be that this work is all gonna happen in a relationship because you're not gonna feel like the spark or anything, but at one point it's going to be like the right energy. You're gonna realizing that. But yeah, we're gonna put out some more cards to be sure to answer the question. Yeah, all right, let's put out some. Why the Three of Wands and the Strength card? So this is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is also traveling. I think I said that, right? There's a transition for you guys. Okay, let me put out one more. Six of Wands and Eight of Swords, interference. So yeah, life is gonna challenge you. Life is gonna challenge you, but at one point you're gonna put your finger on exactly the right energy, right? This little victory here. I want to know what the victory is. Okay, thank you. The Fool, taking this leap of faith. Interesting. Okay, the Fool, this new beginning, travel once again. Some of you might need to travel to find this person. I'm not gonna lie. So if some of you plan to travel, this could be a sign you're gonna meet your next relationship in that, okay? Why the Hermit and the... actually, why the Judgment? King of Wands. Some of you is gonna have to make the first step on that person. Hierophant. Sharing knowledge. It's interesting. It's kind of like someone you're gonna learn from them. It could be someone that is a little bit more older than you. Because I feel like, or it could just be like in soul, okay? They have a lot of wisdom. Oh, I'm getting it could be someone that is in a relationship. That's interesting. This is someone that is in a relationship, but it's not going so well. They're like one step away from being like, I'm out of this. Okay, I'm just gonna put some cards here to get exactly like, I want some things to describe your next person, perhaps. So can you describe the person they're gonna be in the next serious relationship with? Okay, this is someone that is independent. Oh yeah, King of Cups. This is someone you're gonna feel like you've known them for so long. Oh. This is someone that is gonna accept the Fool. Let's take that. They're gonna be part of your traveling session. This is someone that is watching you from afar. Ace of Wands. Okay, this is... I feel so bad to say that about Draco Malfoy's father, but he seems confident. And that. This is someone that is really independent, that is confident, that is watching you from afar. And this is someone that is gonna lit a fire in yourself, okay? Why the Ace of Wands? This is someone that likes to travel. Also, what the Hierophant? I don't know if some of you there might be a teacher. Or they're teaching you some lesson about life. This is why I feel like the wisdom is here. They just got out of a relationship or it's not going so well. See, some cards are coming true. Okay. Ace of Cups. Deep emotional connection. You're gonna feel like you've known them for so long. And it's kind of like you understand each other. So it could be that. It could be like an alliance. Like you just fight for your own rights. You just fight for putting your ground. Being like, I don't accept this. I deserve some type of energy. They're gonna come when you travel. As someone that is really independent, they know what they want. They're like, I don't associate any gender to them, but they're giving daddy vibes, okay? Look at that this way. They're like super confident. You see them as super confident. And when you're gonna talk with them, you're gonna feel like you have so much in common. And even you've known them for quite some time. It's kind of like, oh my God, me too. And oh my God, I like this music too, you know? So you have like this... The thing you shared, and as same as you're the same as you don't have the same life experience, and they're gonna help you teach a lot of life lessons, like you're gonna help them teach a lot of lessons, because there's some opposites energies that you have, but in a really great way, because you're gonna complement each other really well. This person could have a passion of photography also, and cooking, I'm hearing. Or they could play like those medieval games, video games. All right. So I think we have pretty much detail now, but just know that this is someone that has a lot of wisdom. They could be an old soul. And they're super confident, but they're here to stay. And the King of Cups, guys, is a loving and generous person, someone that you listen. So you could start as a friendship here, or it could be a friend at the moment. And you feel like, why not? Maybe try a relationship. All right. Let's get you some initials or words. So we have E, L, I, another E, K, Z, A third E, a fourth E. I'm gonna is giving like vibe. Y? Why? What is giving that? D, maybe big dick energy for you guys. T, another L, and R. I'm getting rat. We don't want that. The pass is a rat. Kit, which is kind of like making me feel like two people that are going so well together. It's like really going with the flow, right? With this person. It's like really comfortable. If you're really comfortable in their arms, they have big arms maybe. Or they have like big chests. Or big boobies, so it's really comfortable. There is something really comfortable about her hugging them or cuddle with them. DIY. You're defining your own boundaries, your own relationship, and it's you and them against the world. All right, let me know in the comments by saying your part 2 if you see any other words or initial. All right, let's get you an advice to end the reading. My readings are so long today. Oh my gosh. I'm giving all my energies to you. All right. Spirit, is there any advice? Let me just... I'm getting All right. Spirit, is there any advice you can give sponsor about the next series relationship? Okay, so you have be assertive and helpful people. If you say, I don't know why, people approvals might be important here. Or it could just be like people that are helping you being together. So you are meeting because friends were like, hey, did you know that this person is now single? Or, oh, did you know this person? I'm present to you this person. And to be assertive, some of you guys, if you watch my readings quite sometimes, I never know what that means. Okay, take matters into your own hand. I'm gonna get that by heart one day. You must get clear on your personal feelings and then pursue the fulfillment of your desire with courage and self-confidence. Ask for what you need without watering down your requests in order to satisfy others, right? Love yourself first. So there is... You can take a screenshot of that, by the way. Yeah, remember that thing to your own needs is nothing to apologize for. Set boundaries. So for you guys, it's going to be... This is why I didn't get like the next serious relationship quite on the spot. There's going to be an emotional journey you're going to have before meeting this person. And you still have until November, so you have a few months. But there is like really to love yourself first and then meet this person, and it's you and them against the world, right? Because this person, like, they're not here, like, they're not messing around, okay? Like, they have so much wisdom, they're so mature. So if you're like, I don't know, I'm getting like the energy of someone that is whining, like, and they're gonna be like, I don't have time for that, And it's kind of like Spirit really wants you to be at the same level emotionally as them, so that you could really have this fluid connection without any problems of like someone is like superior than the others, you're equals. So Spirit is really putting on the spot, okay? Two of Swords, grief, oh my gosh, Tower, oh, what is going on? My world is down. But all of that is for helping you grow. And being even a more mature person. And guys, when you're gonna meet this person, daddy vibes, don't forget that. Someone that is teaching you about life. Someone that is gonna be intimidating if you meet them tomorrow, okay? Is what I want to say. So work on putting your boundaries first. And this person is really gonna respect your boundaries. And sometimes they could cross them, so you're gonna be like, no. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, right? So you have to be really prepared for this type of energy. But yeah, it's going to be really, Ace of Cups, really a deep emotional connection with this person. Kind of like a miracle, right? Your dream is soon to become reality. Think about your greatest fantasy, you're gonna have it. Here's the sugarcoating me. I'm kidding, but really, you kind of have to be, Spirit really wants you to be ready to be at the same level as them, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's too good to be true. No, because you work hard to put yourself first, to love yourself first, so you deserve this type of energy in your life, right? So I'm gonna end the reading here, guys, but I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. If you have any additional question or just want a precise experience, as I said in the beginning, my Etsy shop is awaiting for you in the description box. If you did subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. There's no judgment here, and you can always like the video for support. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi Paltry, if you choose this sticker of two hands holding together, the lovers, this is going to be your reading. So welcome, I hope you're all doing well. So sorry if you're hearing my voice, I'm a little bit sick right now, but you know, we're still keep going. And for today's reading, we're looking at your next serious relationship. So we're gonna start with some oracles that I pre-shuffle. After that, we're gonna have the tarot reading to get additional details. We're gonna have some letters to get some initial or words and finish up with an advice. Of course, if you have any additional question after this reading or you really just want a personal experience, I do have an Etsy shop and the link is going to be put in the description box, so don't hesitate. And finally, all right, disclaimers. For me, you're always the master of your own decision, right? And this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So I really invite you to take the message that resonates with you, leave the other one in the universe. If this is a type of reading, the reading doesn't resonate with you, maybe others will, maybe other tarot readers will more resonate with your energy, you know, it's fine. So really listen to yourself first. And also we're looking at the current energy. So nothing is set in stone, okay? So we're looking at your next serious relationship, but anyone can make another decision. You could change the wheel, the path perhaps. So yeah, we're looking at the current energy as it is for the future. And finally, we're not. Thank you, Spirit. They wanted to be included in my conversation, but I'm not the type of tarot reader that sugarcoat, okay? And it's not because I'm mean, but it can be really straightforward, but it's just that it's important for me to be transparent to the cards. But I just know that I'm always wishing you the best. All right, I think that's all for my disclaimer, so I'm just gonna put that aside. Let's go with your oracles that I pre-shuffled. All right. All right, so for the Sacred Destiny Oracle, we have Wonders. We have the Wishing Well, Unexpected Gift, Kindness, Karmic Jewels. We have Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. We have Worth Waiting For. Divine timing is at work in your lifetime. If you're in your love life, sorry. All right, each pile has the month. For you, you have December. And Dagger. Fear, worries, tense situations. Okay. Let me just take a sip real quick. Okay, so for you, Poetry, there is definitely a little bit of patience that has to happen. By the way, for the month, okay, so you have December. This is a timeless tarot reading, but if you watch it as I publish it, we're like at the end of July, almost August. So December could be like literally the month, or it could be like the winter season. So December, January, February, or close to that. It could be that you meet this person there, or you're gonna be like in a serious relationship at this month, okay? All right, so yeah, we have a lot of energy about waiting. Just like this little... Oh, I thought it was like an insect. Okay. So it says here, right? Worth waiting for. We have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation. So there is something like some of you might be stuck at some point right now. And it's kind of like just one step away from everything to go off, okay? So I don't know if you're meeting the same patterns in a relationship. I kind of want to read a booklet about this card though. Let me see if there's like 2-page. Okay. This is the last. It's interesting. This is like the last card of the deck, which is once again one step away from this, and wonders. It's kind of like going beyond the expectations. Let's just see. So you can screenshot if you want, but I'm just gonna read this part here. Just around the corner, exactly. Exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities would grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectation. Don't limit the way that you think that wondrous event could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, anything and everything is possible. So it could be that the person, your next serious relationship, is closer than you feel they are. It could be like your friend. It could be someone you know. It could be someone that has a crush on you, but you're always like, not my type. But what about you could try, okay? And I'm only saying that for those who feel that there could be potential here. Because it could be someone that they're not your physical type. They're not really your expectation. Why my throat chakra is like so blocked right now? All of a sudden. Yeah, it's kind of like someone that at first they're like, physical, 6 out of 10. But once you get to know them in this way of a relationship, because maybe for some of you they're a friend, you could be really surprised by how nice they are, okay? We have an unexpected gift. I want to get this booklet for this one. Oh, wait, I don't have it with me. It's going to be a little bit complicated. I have to go through my shelf of only tarot decks and oracle decks. Okay, I got it. The wishing well. Okay. I'm gonna look at this. I think it says here, the wishing wheel is a wonderful card that carries with its great blessing, gift, and fulfill wishes. When it appears in a spread, it's a sign that things are happening and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. Of course, any creation requires abandonment and action. So it's not a sign to stop moving forward towards your dream in a practical way. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all the groundwork you're already put in place is working. It can also be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you in creating your heart's deepest desire. Okay, for some of you, maybe you don't know them, but one thing I'm getting with you is that I keep hearing it's around the corner, okay? And maybe you're looking too far away, or you're looking too much, or you're trying to force things, when in reality, you could just take a step back and boom, they might appear, right? So I feel like Spirit is kind of like waiting here and being like, okay, Paltry is trying to force things again, so I'm just gonna wait and see once they are a little bit more focused on themselves, being more independent, I'm gonna come in and boom, this person is gonna come, right? But I will tell you though, it's nothing to be worried about. There is really a great connection coming. And with this sticker here, it makes me think of something that is really simple, okay? I'm getting a lot of this energy. I think I got that for PAL 1. Because sometimes we have so much expectation. I want this and that and this and that. But sometimes when we're just looking at the simple thing, it was PAL 1. When we're looking at the simple thing to someone, it could just be in a relationship. It could just be so fulfilling with little, right? When you're happy with the simple thing, you're fulfilled with little. And the dagger here is kind of like putting a knife, like putting a little bit too much of boundaries, when you can just like let go a little bit of expectation and boom, this person could be like, oh, like it's really about, I feel like for you guys, it's about taking a step back. And this person is not going to be what your expectations are. Some of you might be picky, but just be aware of that, because it might be someone that is not your expectation, but they're like treating you so well. And you're gonna have like a little butterfly feeling, and you're gonna be like, what the hell? It's not even my type. Why do I feel this way? But Spirit is asking you to trust them because they put this person on your path for a reason. Yeah, kindness, right? Look out for kindness. Someone that has like a lot of kindness here. All right, I'm just going to put that aside. Let's go to the tarot reading to get additional informations. All right. And ask Spirit to please tune me into the energy of pile 3. Some cards are like not on the right side. Please tune me into pile 3's love path vibrations. So I take seconds of your time to thank my new and current subscribers. I really want to express my gratitude towards each one of you, and I appreciate you so much. And you know, you're always welcome to join the community if you're not subscribing yet, of course. And I thank you so much for the support. All right, so Pearl Tree, next serious relationship. Please give us as much detail as possible. Thank you, Spirit. King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. What the hell is going on? Okay. No, like this. Okay. Okay. You have the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Emperor in reverse. Judgment clarified by the Nine of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. As always, I'm going to clarify each of them. Why the King of Pentacles? Why the Queen of Cups? Oh, this card flew. Queen of Wands. What the hell is going on with all those Queen and King at the left? Why the Ace of Swords? Okay, the Moon. One of the deck, we have the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Okay. Okay. So we have a bunch of like kings and queens here. And they're clarifying each other. And I feel like this is a change of patterns. I wanted to say personality, but you can't really change your personality. However, you can change how you communicate with different people, how you present yourself, okay? And king and queens, okay. So I don't associate any genders to my reading, but someone in the connection is definitely more in the king energy, which could be, for example, a masculine energy, and someone can be more at the queen, which is the feminine energy. But I'm going to describe to you each of them, and you can identify yourself versus the person in them, okay? But I feel like one is you and one is the other person. So let's say this is your energy right now. Someone is King of Pentacles and someone is Queen of Cups. So King of Pentacles, is this someone that is really like stable, someone you can rely on, I feel, in terms of like abundance. And this is someone that is pretty serious about life, about their work, and they're really mature, okay? They really like get their life going. But this person, what they need is a little bit more of their deep emotional side to feel, or to express more that side, which is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is more connected to their emotion. They're more like loving, they're more generous, they're an anchor. So it feels like this person needs to be a little bit more, needs to give a little bit more of effort and investment in this connection to make it work, because they tend to be really self-sufficient. The other person, it's more Okay, Queen of Cups. So they're like really helping. They're more in the connection, right? In this deep emotional connection. And they have a lot of empathy. They have a lot of unconditional love for people. They're wishing happiness. They're really a loving person, right? They're trying to help these people. And they should be a little bit more Queen of Wands, which is like being a little bit more independent. Actually, I see like really the opposites here. But the Queen of Wands, like they want something, they get it, right? No matter like if it hurts people. And when I said that, it's more like putting their healthy boundaries, and some people might not like that. But do you really want people in your life that don't respect your own boundaries? No, you don't. So, so in order, like, because King and Queen of Cups, okay, we have a couple here. It says couple because king and queens are usually a couple, even though there's no gender attributed. And you can see how they're not in the same level. So they need something to work on so that they can be on the same level in a deep emotional connection. So you might feel that with this person, you're opposites. But opposites that help each other grow in that. So it's gonna cause like some conflict, obviously, but you can really learn from that, okay? And be a better person. I'm gonna clarify the Emperor. I think it's supposed to be Harry Potter, but it doesn't look like... It looks like an old version of Harry Potter. Okay. Why the Emperor in reverse? One more. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles invites us to change something. The Emperor in reverse can be like trying to control, right? Sometimes we're trying to control things or people, but in reality, the only thing we can control is ourselves, okay? We have a lot of energy in reverse, and what it's telling me is that the only need is to put them up, okay? And the Six of Cups in reverse can be also regret, burning of the past, but it can also be a renewal. And the King of Swords in reverse. So some of you might have a little bit of trust issues, or there is like some need of releasing ego, or it's giving me like someone that is challenging you, okay? I'm gonna give you an example. So my best friend, right? I always say to her, like, she's a single child. How do you say that? Like, she doesn't have like any brothers or sister. And her boyfriend at the moment, sometimes she's like, oh God, like they have like such a great relationship, okay? But like sometimes he is telling her like, okay, like this is too much. Like maybe on that you're overreacting a little bit. But he said that in a really gentle way because I know him and he's really like a nice person. And sometimes it's like, oh, okay, he really puts me in place, like he really puts the reality in my face, and I'm not used to that, right? Sometimes we're not used to hear like the right thing or to be challenged like that. So I'm kind of like getting that because this person is like so they're really able to put your boundaries, okay? I'm gonna tell you that. So they're gonna be like, if there's something that they're like, oh, maybe you should work on that, they're gonna tell you, and it might like shake you up a little bit. And you're gonna be like, what the hell are they like? You know, like fear, worries, tense situations. Some of you might be like, what the hell? But it's encouraging you to go within yourself, okay? Oh, I thought it was like a card from part 2, actually. You know what? I feel like this energy is applied here. Yeah, this card. It invites you to go within and be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I wasn't great in that situation. It's gonna invite you to accept that you have flaws too, okay? It's really interesting, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna help you grow, okay? Because the overall energy is the Page of Cups, okay? I actually gonna clarify that, but the Page of Cups is kind of like, so you have like Page, we have Knight, Queen, and Kings, okay, in terms of like order, and the Page is like the more immature in terms of emotion. So you're gonna have to meet, right? To reach this emotional maturity, each and one of you is gonna have to come at the same level. And yeah, the judgment is about the awakening. It's going to be like, you know, this person, like, they're not saying that to me because they're mean to me, or they're just helping me grow. And it's going to be like, okay, like, you know what, like, the time you're gonna be like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Some of you might want to be always right. And I mean, we all a little bit, aren't we? But in a relationship, everyone can be wrong at time to time. Why? Because you two have strength. Everyone in a relationship, one has strength and the other has other strength, and then you reinforce each other with your strength by nourishing others' weaknesses. So this person is not telling you in a mean way like that. They're not challenging you in a mean way. They're helping you grow. And when you're gonna understand that, you're gonna feel like so much joy. Okay, I feel like the cup is filled, because I'm getting a really nice sexual attraction here, a nice sexual relationship. I like this person. That's why this person, they know what they do. Oh gosh, daddy vibes here I'm getting, but you know. And once again, Ace of Swords shifts of perspective. Moon, trying to go within. Okay, work within the moon. Okay, the moon is all those hidden emotions, those fear, this anxiety. Okay, this darkness that we have, and this person is kind of like putting the darkness you never worked on and putting that in your face. And it's kind of like, you have to work on that. And you're kind of like, shit, what? Oh, how do I do? But this person is like really helping you get through that. You can see how those two hands are holding together. So it's going to be like a challenging relationship in a healthy way. Okay. And at some point you're going to be like, oh, should I just go? Like, but Spirit is like, trust the process. Okay. You can, relationship is a teamwork here. So it's going to be that. Why in the Page of Cups? That's the overall energy. Do we have like all the ace here? I feel like, oh no, okay. One more. Okay, what I'm getting here, okay? The Page of Cups is following your heart, okay? So you might have a little bit of resistance at first when you meet this person. You're gonna be like, but your heart is gonna tell you, like, this is the right person for you, okay? Like, the Page of Cups can be an intuitive message. It's also a new love. And you can see how there's new beginning, Ace of Wands, and Two of Wands. So One of Wands, Two of Wands. So there's really like, it's starting like, it's kind of like you're starting from the bottom and you work, you're healing with that person. This is really a teamwork here, okay? So as I said, it's going to be a challenging relationship, but you can really like grow as a person in that, okay? Because you're starting at the Ace of Wands, new beginning, and then the Two of Wands. You two are putting your forces together. You're going to be like really close in a relationship, but just know that this is going to be a lot of work ahead, okay? Oh my gosh, look at that perfection. Four of Wands. So I would be really surprised if I see the Two of Wands here. But yeah, Four of Wands. It's harmony, it's happiness, it's literally perfection. So yeah, interesting. This person has like luxurious hair, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, this is a message I'm getting if you want to notice them. Let me get some description about them physically. Like, how can we recognize that person? Okay. I'm gonna go in reverse. Okay, Seven of Wands, Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Which way you want to go? Okay, use in reverse. Oh, goddamn good it's in reverse. Oh my gosh, those creatures are so scary. I think like I was so scared of that movie. Okay, this person, oh my gosh, this is so great. So this person, they're really simple, actually. They're more simple than we can think. You know, with stability, like this person, like they have a stable job, they have a stable life. It's kind of like this person could be alone, it would be fine, but they still have a lot of care and respect and love for you. Obviously, we do have the Two of Cups. They're dating to marry. They're able to give, like they have like a secure attachment, okay, let's say it like that. Their cup is already filled and they're ready like to give to another person in a healthy way, okay. And this person is like, you can see like this snake looking at themselves in the mirror. I feel like it's a mirror. Like this person, like they have a lot of confidence in themselves. They are someone that presents themselves well. They have a lot of money also. Not a lot of money like in the rich guy, rich girl way. But they're really able to support themselves and, you know, to have like a stable life. And even like they're ready to build a family, okay? They date to marry. Ten of Swords in reverse. Wow. There are also they have healed, or they are healing from past wounds, and they're starting over. Okay, this is kind of like what the Ten of Swords is. So this is someone that has been going through a lot. They have a lot of emotional. They're really mature for their age. And this is someone that they can really fulfill you, okay? They just need to be a little bit more on the emotional side. And they could be some back and forth because they have been going through so much. But they're really ready to invest in that relationship, okay? We have some, I think I can recognize them, some astrological sign. You have Cancer and Scorpio, I think. So water sign. So this person, like they have that in themselves, right? To connect into their emotional side. They have learned, though, I feel like this is from their childhood, to hide that. So they're more like on the rational side, but they know they have to work to meet you on that emotional level, or, you know, vice versa. All right. But that's really nice. This is like really someone that has a stable ground, that can provide. I'm getting like a parent energy here. They could have like, they could be ready to be like a parent, right? Something like that. All right, let's get you some initials or words. I don't know if I should take it. I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna ignore it. So we have E, U, O, 2A, another E, M, a second U, a third E, R. I just saw a word that I like. A fourth E, a third U. Oh my gosh, maybe I put out too much. A third A, N, Y, a second R, and a second O. Okay. I'm gonna show you a word that I saw here. It's a French word, obviously. Amour. This is love. Which is so simple. I don't know why I feel like it just went straight to my head, to my eyes. I was like, oh, love. And it came like so simple, right? This is what I mean. Like, this is really something simple with them. You're not gonna have to fight for basic needs with them, okay? What else? Maybe some of you are gonna get emotional initials in that. You are, yours. Oh, I think we have it actually. Your. I'm yours. Okay. So yeah, this person is here to stay. They're monogamous. Monogamous? I don't know if I pronounced it right. Okay. Oh, saying no. Like, this person is able to say no, okay? But it's not like, once again, in a mean way. Don't take that badly. They're just like, I don't really like this, that. For example, you're like, oh, I don't know, I want to ride roller coaster. I had a bad experience. I'm not really interested in with that. But you can go with your friends, okay? This is something like that. All right. If you see any initials or words, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments by saying that you're pile 3. Okay, so let's go with your advice before we end the reading. Okay, so we have let go and a year from now. Okay, so I don't know why it feels like it might go fast as a relationship, but it feels that a year from now there might be a really big event that is going to happen in this next serious relationship. The let go, right? Letting go of expectation. Once again, letting go so that it can come to you in a really simple way. Okay, maybe it's just around the corner. Maybe you're looking so far away, but it's there. It's right there. So yeah, let go of expectation and just really attract what is coming towards you and see what it could how it could benefit you. Okay, it's really like that. Like, just pause, trying to see what is coming at you, and be like, oh, maybe this person can bring something into my life, right? It could just be as simple as that. So yeah, letting go of expectation, letting go of those fantasies, right? Or I want this and that and this and that in someone, and just be like, maybe if I lower my expectation, not lower your standards, lower your expectation, maybe I could have like really a healthy relationship. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna end the reading here. I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. But of course, if you have any additional question or you just want a precise experience, as I said, the link to my Etsy shop is going to be put in the description box. If you did subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. There's no judgment here, and you can always like the video for support. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I really, really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.